Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, welcome. You are fully appreciated if you are here for another session of boxing talk, my people. And in this round, my guys, I'm not gonna waste any time, not even a second, my people. I'm just gonna jump right into it, start talking about Jeron Ennis, my people. The IBF champion at the welterweight division. He is fighting this Saturday, the 9th of November, versus an opponent he has already beat before in Karen Chukhadzhian, my guys. The first time around, he beat Chukhadzhian to a unanimous decision, a total whitewash to earn himself the IBF interim title, my people. So made himself the mandatory challenger to Errol the True Spence's IBF title, which he had alongside the WBC and WBA title. Also, my guys, my people, and that win there over Chukhadzhian for Ennis, that first win was in January of 2023, my people. But at the same time, when Errol held those three titles, we also had Crawford, the other champion in the only other champion in the division, in possession of the WBO title, my guys. And so Errol the True Spence and Crawford, they had an undisputed matter to settle, my guys, and that took place in July of the same year, 2023. We know what happened there, my guys. Crawford came away with the win, unifying all four titles to become undisputed champion in the division, which meant that Jeron Ennis's IBF mandatory now transferred to Terence Bud Crawford. So Ennis became Crawford's mandatory since Crawford became undisputed, my people. However though, Errol Spence and Crawford, as planned, they had been talking about it, chit-chatting about moving up after their undisputed fight. You know, when each fighter hoped that it would be them to conquer the division. Well, they did eventually move up, my people. But before they moved up, like I said, Jeron Ennis was mandatory to Crawford's title. Jeron Ennis, who has, in one way or another, been calling out Terence Bud Crawford to fight, my guys. However, though, couldn't the IBF have ordered Jeron Ennis versus Terence Bud Crawford before Crawford moved up? I mean, he was his mandatory. Just a thought. I thought I'll throw it out there. Make of it what you will. Ennis too could have been more proactive in pushing for that title shot, pushing for the mandatory fight to be ordered, but he didn't. So there you go. Make of it what you will, my guys, my people. And so yeah, soon after Terence Bud Crawford moved up, Jeron Ennis, who was the interim champion, the IBF interim champion, was elevated to full IBF championship. And that is how, my people, Jeron Ennis got his IBF title, my guys. And since getting that title, he has managed to defend it one time versus David Avanesian. So him and Terence Bud Crawford now have a common opponent in Avanesian. Jeron Ennis defeated Avanesian via a 5th round stoppage, while Terence Bud Crawford was able to do his one in 6. So a round better there for Ennis, my people. But you guys know, you can read into that, that how you will. But I'm a Crawford supporter, so that's another one that you can make, how you will, my guys. But yeah, this fight between Chukhadzhian and Ennis were before the IBF actually made the order, because that's what this fight is a mandatory order that was made by by the IBF, my guys. But before they jumped in, they kind of stopped, you know, Jeron Ennis versus Brian Norman, which was in procession. They were actually having talks, you know, to make a fight happen, a unification. Brian Norman, the other champion in the division, holding the WBO title at 147. My guys, my people. So those talks broke down between Norman and Ennis, my people, and so yeah, I don't know whether it's the IBF. It was due to the IBF forcing an order on Ennis to fight Chukhadzhian, or breaking down because of, you know, maybe the what each fighter was bringing to the table possibly wasn't right, my guys, for Brian Norman. I'm not sure. I have to look up on it again, my people. But yeah, that was the situation there. You could have faced Brian Norman, my guys, before the IBF jumped in, my people. But aside from Brian Norman, Ennis was also linked with Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz, him and Ennis do have history. They both came up together in the division, my people, at 147, my guys, my people, and so climbed up steadily and were setting pace, just you know, running through the division really, you know. And so people thought that they were ultimately the top dogs in the division, and fans were very intrigued as to see who was the better fighter from the two, my people. But yeah, he was linked with Virgil Ortiz. Ennis, Turkey Al Sheikh apparently offered Jeron Ennis a large sum of money, a career's highest, my people. And guess what? Virgil Ortiz turned it down, my people. Had he taken the fight? Well, it was scheduled to come to us on the 22nd of February. That clashes with the same date as the Dubois comeback. You know, we know Daniel Dubois is coming back after beating Anthony Joshua, my people, on that same date, my people. And it is a Riyadh season card, just like the Ennis and Virgil Ortiz proposed fight, my people. And so yeah, I guess it's not a total coincidence then they're going to be on the same card. They were planning to put them on the same card, my people. But Virgil Ortiz, he turned down that fight, opting instead for Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, who his manager says is a better fight. But what do they mean in a better fight? I mean, Errol the True Spence just came off a very, very bad loss from Terence Bud Crawford in their last fight, and then gone through all of these time periods off of boxing due to injuries or whatnot, the car crash, you know, his retina surgery and whatnot. He's been through all of that. So Virgil Ortiz, but still though, Ennis is still a big name. I mean, sorry, Spence is still a big name in boxing, my guys. Spence is still a big name, but Virgil Ortiz is targeting him. I guess he feels that a better fight equates to a winnable fight, my guys. Not the actual best, not fighting the best, really, my guys, or the fights that fans really, really do want. But Virgil Ortiz and Spence, they both come from Dallas, I believe, Texas. So yeah, I think they will make a big fight at the Dallas Cowboy Stadium, you know, which is what the manager is planning. He says that's the fight he wants to go for. Let's see if he actually does it. But Keith Thurman though, why Keith Thurman? After he lost to Manny Pacquiao in 2019, an old Manny Pacquiao, my guys, and then didn't fight again for like over 2 years, and he came back in 2022 versus Marios Barrios, my guys, and that was a very, very close competitive fight, my people. Keith Thurman struggled in that fight, I thought, And since then he's been out of the ring again. Another stint, my guys, for over 2 years now. Again, my people. So yeah, ring rust. I can hear the creaking already. He's not gonna be the same fighter. In fact, I don't think Keith Thurman is the same fighter. Bottom line, my people. So yeah, Virgil Ortiz just wants somebody who he feels they can rough up for some easy money, my guy. So possibly a clear duck there of Jeron Ennis. He doesn't want that fight with Ennis, my guys. He doesn't want to throw them hands with Ennis, my people. That's how I see it. That's how I see it, my guys. But talking about Marios Barrios and Keith Thurman and fighting in 2022. Well, Marios Barrios was also linked with actually Marios Barrios is one of the fighters that Ennis actually wants to fight, but I'm gonna get to that in a second, my guys. I'm gonna get into that in a second, because the fight that fans really want to see, apart from the Virgil Ortiz fight, is of course Ennis versus Terence Bud Crawford, my guys, my people. I've already told you I wondered why the IBF didn't order that fight with Crawford and Ennis when Crawford was still at 147. But then, maybe Crawford, he didn't leave a wide window before he left anyway, so possibly not enough time. And that fight wasn't good for him anyway, to tell you the truth. It was not good for him, and I have told you guys the reason, my people. But good as my guys, because Jeron Ennis is finally finally, after so many years of calling for Crawford one way or another, I think very timidly, my guys. He has not actually really gone out aggressively and called out Crawford. I don't mean disrespectfully, but he's never really gone aggressively calling Crawford unless somebody has asked him questions, my guys, which he's forced to answer. So yeah, that's been the case. But finally, he's tired of calling for Crawford, my people. And yeah, he's tired of calling for Crawford. And you said this while I'm talking with TMZ Sport, my people, in which Ennis, he expressed his feeling, his thought. He said that he represents a bigger challenge for Crawford than Saul Canelo Alvarez. So in that, basically indirectly saying that he is in terms of fighting ability, he is a bigger force than Saul Canelo Alvarez, my guys. I don't know. Saul Canelo Alvarez is proven. Number one, I can say that. He's fought so many champions. He's beat so many champions. Jeron Ennis is yet to fight a current champion, my guys, my people. And not only that, he's not a box office name like Saul Canelo Alvarez, my guys. Saul Canelo Alvarez, like I've said, he has fought champions upon champions, my guys. So represents a better fight for Crawford, who is looking for a Canelo Alvarez type fight, for a big legacy fight, somebody who can match up with him in terms of achievements in the sports, my guys. And also represents someone who can give him the kind of payday that he can sail away and say bye-bye to the sport with, my people. And all of that, which Bruce Ennis does not represent, my guys. He does not represent. So a Crawford fight might be good for Ennis, not so much Crawford, my people. Ennis, if win or lose, it doesn't really make a scratch on him, my guys, my people. And yeah, so he doesn't want the Crawford fight no more. What he really wants now is to stay at 147, concentrate on trying to become undisputed, my people, and then just go for the big fights. And in terms of big fights, he thinks the biggest for him at 147 is Marios Barrios, my people, who is the WBC world champion at 147, my guys. And you know, Marius Barrios, he has also said that he would take that fight as long as the schmuller is right, my guys, my people. But in Ennis saying Marius is the biggest fight, I have to disagree, my people. I actually think one man who is the biggest fight for Ennis in the division and has actually been calling out Ennis, my guys. He's saying he wants Ennis, Stanionis, he wants Barrios, basically all the champions in the division. And that man is in fact Conor Benn, who has also been linked with Chris Eubank Jr. But that is a separate story, my people. So yeah, Conor Benn wants Ennis, and I think that's the biggest fight for Ennis in the division. But as he has planned, he wants to go for the titles first before the big fights. Well, a big Barrios, I think, is a big fight for him too, my people. But Conor Benn, well, that's a big fight, so he needs to take that fight before Conor loses. You know, Conor has got the backing of British fans, my people. British fans, you know, over here, a lot of people like Conor Benn. So much so that a lot of people actually give him a chance versus Chris Eubank Jr., who fights two divisions up. Yeah, who fights two divisions up at 160, my people, my guys. So yeah, that is the scenario, my people. That is the scenario, my guys. Possibly after Ennis grabs a title after his fight after he fights and beats Karen Chukhadzhian, well, he can possibly go for a title or make try to make the Conor Benn fight or go for Brian Norman again. Just do what he plans to do, become a champion and big fights, do them together, I guess, you know. My people, my guys. But he's fighting Karen Chukhadzhian. He's got that hurdle to go over, a very, very short hurdle, my guys. He will just step over it, I reckon, my people. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have for you on Jeron Bruce Ennis. But finally, what is the fight card saying, my people? What kind of fight card is it? We're going to have Bam Bam Rodriguez on this fight card tomorrow. And he's coming out against Pedro Guevara, my people. And he's going to be defending his WBC and ring titles, my guys, against Pedro Guevara, my guys. We also have Raymond Ford making a comeback after losing to Nick Ball, my people. Nick Ball. And he's coming out against Orlando Gonzalez, my guys. And so that is two fights there on that card. Bam Bam Rodriguez always comes with action. Raymond Ford, very, very technical style kind of boxer. You know, always love watching those kind of fights as well, my guys, my people. But check this out though. We do have a Ennis Tito Mercado, who is going to be making his Matchroom debut fight, my guys, versus Jesus Saracho, my people. Jesus Saracho. But we also have in the heavyweight division, this is a prospect in Khalil Big Stepper Cole, and he's facing Manuel Gallegos, my people. So that's the card. That's the card in which Jeron Bruce Ennis and Karen Chukhadzhian are going to be headlining tomorrow, my people. Tomorrow, my guys, my people. So that's all I have for you in the session. Catch me next time right here. Body and Mind Sports, my people. And before you leave, remember to like, share, subscribe, and drop your comments below, my people. And as always, like I say, my people, stay super, super blessed.